Attention! Welcome back, my Iron Army, to the channel. I'm Iron Genic Conduit, and today I had two things on my mind that I wanted to get through to you. So, consider this as your, post, that will, get me off of break. Now, the first thing I wanted to say was that, the reason why I'm not posting an Undertale video this week is, because of a technical issue that caused my internal audio to not record during gameplay. This meant that all you can hear this means that all you'll be able to hear is my reactions. I plan to solve this within the next couple of weeks. Now, the second thing was what I really wanted to get to, is the topic of the video. I wanted to clear up some things about the secret project. Number one, the secret project was going to be a dub of Super Sentai, a Japanese television show that ended up becoming the base material for the Power Rangers American television series. However, Toei Company has put me down, saying that dubbing their series is against their copyright rules. And, if you're like me, then you definitely know how strict some companies can be when their sensitive material is touched. So instead of dubbing it, per se, I'm probably going to instead do my best to either get myself the permission to dub Super Sentai in parts and not full episodes, or I'm going to try to get Toei Company to do it themselves. Now, so the main topic of the video was I wanted to clarify some things about the Super Sentai series that may seem offensive or somehow very unkid-friendly. Number one, some Super Sentai series have had their villainous leaders depicted with the title of Führer. Now, if you're like me, initially you thought that the Führer in the title was a reference to Adolf Hitler, but that's not what that is, actually. This isn't a reference to Adolf Hitler, and Toei Company never intended it to be a reference to Hitler in any way, so just warning you guys that that is not meant to provoke people intentionally, and if it is provoking some people that the Black Cross Führer or Führer Taboo have this title, then I apologize sincerely for, on behalf of Toei, I sincerely apologize for anybody who may misunderstand, what the title is getting to. Number two is another title-related, issue. There are several characters throughout Super Sentai who have been given the name of Kaiser. Again, this is not a reference to any sort of German World Wars related, elected/dictatorial official. Kaiser is a German translation for the word Caesar, the Caesar is a person of high authority who ruled over the Latin/Roman government, whose title term was based off of the name of Julius Caesar, a famous Roman emperor in history. So, characters like Kaiser Boldant, or Zenkaiser, or the more recent Thukaiser, they all have this name, and I'm just clarifying that to not get anyone upset. Number three, the original Japanese script for Super Sentai often has the characters saying various bad language in multiple different instances. That is actually not... Okay, how do I put this? If interpreted literally, then yes, it can be translated as the characters saying bad language. But I want to reassure you on behalf of Toei Company, even though I don't work for them, that even though they do literally say curse words, or what we would think of as curse words over here in America, the Japanese script is entirely meant for Japanese kids. It would not be rated so kid-friendly if it were to come over to the Americas without removing a lot of the general vulgar language that makes it what it is. Next up, there is a character within the Super Sentai 20th season called Gekso Sentai Car Ranger, whose name is JJ Jeton. He appears in episode 16, where he is acting alongside instructor Richie Hiker to try and kill off the Car Rangers. Those of you who have seen JJ Jeton already know that he unintentionally looks like a reference to blackface criminals all around the world. But this was unintentional. This is an unintentional reference, and if I do end up making a dub of Super Sentai, miraculously somehow, I really doubt I will be, then instead of JJ Jeton just being a casual, oh, I want to destroy the world Balzac monster, I'm probably going to have him be a man of goodwill as part of his backstory. So every wrestling tournament on his home planet that he did would have gotten him enough money to donate to the charities, and he would continue doing that until he joined the Balzac. Now, and then there was one other thing. Super Sentai characters are sometimes depicted as having blood, as part of the wounds on their faces, whereas Power Rangers, you don't normally see that kind of a thing. Well, that is perfectly reasonable. After all, anime characters tend to get pretty scruffed up from fighting themselves, so you can imagine how that would not translate well as cartoons into a real-world scenario. Finally, about the English dub. I'm only going to be able to upload a preview of what it might have been like had Toei not shut it down. Be on the lookout for it, because it will probably not come out until after episode 10 of my Let's Play Undertale series. Or maybe until the end, I don't know. But just so that you're aware. And for all you Super Sentai fans out there who want to see an English dub of the series, I am going to do my best to represent you and do my best to do everything I can to get Toei to let me do an English dub of Super Sentai, or somehow find someone who is able to do it themselves. I know how much American fans of Super Sentai have been wanting to get an English dub of the series, but haven't been able to do it because Toei was reluctant to let anybody do it. Now, I'm not sure whether that's because the legal contract between Hasbro and Toei... I'm not sure if the legal contract between Hasbro and Toei prevents Toei from ever letting an English dub of Super Sentai be made officially, but, and I'm not even sure if Toei's just being super protective of their content, but, if an English dub of Super Sentai were to come out sometime in the near future, I can guarantee you it would make them a lot of money, and I have no idea why they would try to pass up such an opportunity. So I am going to definitely try to get their permission to sell Super Sentai as an English dub over here in the US. So that's nice. Also, there was one last thing, one last little surprise I wanted to, state here before I go. I have decided I'm going to try to make a virtual reality headset, that costs me more to make than it will cost you to buy. It will be under $50, but there will be accessories for it that'll be more expensive, and people are gonna want them. So, you'll see me documenting the process of making the headset, probably very poorly. As a craftsman, I do not have much experience with plastic and circuit boards and whatnot, but I'm going to do my best to find people who do know what they're doing with this kind of a thing. I myself have always, since 2020, I believe, I have been very good at digital 3D creation. So, that's nice. So I'm going to upload a documentation series basically telling you how I'm making the headset. It's gonna do a behind the scenes of all the programming and all the home screening and stuff. And, yeah, that's probably going to come up, probably after I'm done making the headset's home screen, so, be on the lookout for that as well. Anyway, I'm not going to do all the usual jibber-jabber and stuff like that, because this is just not that kind of a video. But hopefully you'll see, sometime in the near future, all of the things I just mentioned. So, if you like this video, I'm not gonna do all the usual jibber-jabber. You already know what to do. And for anyone who's new to the channel, welcome. We'd post very kid-friendly, family-friendly videos for your little children and your family to enjoy, and we hope that you will be able to find our channel just as interesting as we have found it to be. I know it's been very difficult with the technical difficulties and all, but hopefully we can get the technical difficulties solved soon. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!